I have returned with a sweatshirt because my air conditioning is making me cold. Okay, so we're going to do the Siamese Cat now, and this one's kind of fun and kind of simple. It kind of goes by the same premises, except you're really only two colors. You're brown and white. And a Siamese Cat is actually brown on the inside, white on the outside, but they did this opposite because we'll see her face if we did it like a real Siamese Cat. So here we go. We're going to keep your cheekbones very high because we want everything to be slanted very upward. We want everything to be very high cheekbone on you. We're going to have the same thing going down here. This one's going to be a little easier though because and she's kind of glamorous, so we're going to keep this gentle light going up there. Keep this on her forehead. The next color is brown. Uneven there. Me. That's a little better. I forgot to add the rest of the light. I keep doing that. All around here. As you can tell, I'm not doing this because this is just going to be shaded in some browns. So I'm just going to find your cheekbones. You specifically for this one want to give yourself high cheekbones, which I didn't do on that side. So I'm going to fix it. You really want to create this very high cheekbone look because we have to make you look distinctly different. after this. I'm not done with what I'm doing. Airbrush machine would make this so much cooler. But we don't have those. So you also don't want this to come down like this. You want that to be all white. You want this white to continue up and keep going. You want everything to sweep upward. Very good. And I'm going to do this with browns. Just a little brush. There we go. I'm going to use actually the browns to make this. And we're actually going to I'm going to make those eyebrows first because that's important. Do this with black. And everything should stick mostly to browns, but this is going to go here, and it's going to sweep all the way up because we want to keep that. We want to make it really like almost pulled back all the way up. So now we want this brown to actually hide most of our eyebrows. But I have insanely dark eyebrows, so sometimes that's a problem for me. Hopefully it will not be for you. Let's make it look like which way, direction your fur goes. I really want to exaggerate this downward and bring it upward. So we're going to go even lower than all the other guys have gone. Is we're going to bring it out way up. We're doing this with brown, not black. Obviously trying to concentrate very hard on making these even. And these are gonna go way back. I was falling off my stool and hurting myself. My foot doesn't want to work right now. And you want that to come down, and you want it to be your version of the same cat eye, except yours is just extending a wee bit more. And if you're lucky, you can get this to line up if your wig has white in it on the sides, like this woman does. It makes it look like it's going all the way back. If not, oh well. Go. I'm gonna just keep making that darker because I feel like it's not dark enough. Right. White is. I'm sure that comes down to a very pointy point. Mine hates me right now. Then, what you can do is take some golds, which I do not have on my personage right now, but you're going to take gold eyeshadow and actually go above your eye with that. And with the darkest part, like a dark brown, not a black, but I'm going to do it in black because that's what I have. Pink browns. Brown, you're gonna go in the crease with a dark brown, not a black, like I'm using. And then you want to use a gold eyeshadow, but if you don't have a gold eyeshadow, let's see if you can get away with a yellow. I really don't want to tell you to do this because it's much prettier with the gold eyeshadow, but you can put some yellow up there. I would recommend gold eyeshadow though. the sake of keeping it a little browner. Brown in it. Oh, how about that weird looking? That's what I just do. So, you don't want to. Oh, I just lost my sponge. Okay, so once you got your eyebrows in place, I'm gonna make the brown go a little more towards the center. I'm gonna make it a smaller, like, I'm just gonna dab it and make it look like it's overlapping too, very lightly, so it kind of fades in to that stripe. I'm gonna do the same thing around here, very lightly, kind of just try to fade it, either vice versa, either the brown over the white or the white over the brown a little bit. And do it around here. So it looks a little more light and fuzzy. And you want to make sure you come around like I'm gonna use a brush for this. The apples of your cheeks almost, to where this point goes in your nose. Follow down. Follow down. Go around. And then you're gonna fade it out. And down a little bit. But once again, we want this to look kind of fuzzy. So I'm gonna go back in. Gonna dab a little white over it. It shouldn't be that much white though, it should be light white. Just to fade it and kind of make it look like the curvature of your face. Go back in here. Black. And really make sure. We're also gonna actually go back in there with the brown. What I'm gonna do. These eyebrows should really be brown, not black. Guys, and this should really fade almost down to where the point of that starts. I'm gonna fill it in with a little darker brown. Oh, that's what I forgot. I'm like, why isn't this looking like a cat? Well, maybe because it doesn't have a cat nose. There we go. So once again, you're going to do very, very tiny tip of your nose, cat nose. Like almost just like the bottom. And you want to do very thin line up just like everything else is going up. You want that to go up. And you want to give yourself the dots. And you also want to do the red outline in black. So. Okay. So, too much black on my lip. Okay. So this should really be gold on in your eyelid and gold up here, trailing off. But now that we have done most of the work, what I'm going to do is add some white wispies. I need clean water. Add some white wispies coming out of that. Only a few. It's dark white though, so make sure. That's what happens. That's what happens when your brush leaks. Crap. You know, I need to clean up a little bit of mess I made on my face. Angry because I leaked down my face. Regardless, you want a few, but not many. A wispy is coming out of that white. Cool. And what am I missing? Above this, you could add a little right in between. Last but not least, your neck is going to be solid brown. You don't need to do all that short stuff. exactly what I just did. There we go. Okay. Now, from far away, you have a very smooth look. So, to recap what I did white down here, right there, and down your mouth first, and then I went in with the brown on the side of your cheekbones and make sure that's really high up. And also I went in with brown right here. We don't want many colors, we really just want white and brown on you and some variations of it. So yeah, so next is you want to make sure when you do this you cover your eyebrows, because then you're going to start from like the base right here of your, or like right near your nose bridge, and you're going to go all the way up and up like this, because we want to create a more Siamese type look. And then you go back in with a darker brown and do some like up to here of your natural eyebrow, and then shade some dark in right here, almost connecting them. And then when you do your cat eye, you want to make sure, my eyes are a little harder to do this. When you do them, you want to make sure you go down and slant them as much up like that eyebrow as you can. I mean, mine didn't really work as well, but yours probably will. So you want all this to be almost in a line, as if your face is being pulled back a little bit. So yeah, and then when you go in here, I put yellow and my colors are all a little off. But you're probably going to need eyeshadow for this. You're going to need to do a gold and then a dark brown on the inside, and then a gold all the way up to under your eyebrow. And that'll create a shinier, prettier look. And then to kind of fade and blend this in, either take really small amount of brown or really small amount of white and just kind of dab it over, and it'll give you that like little faded look. Then of course you do your nose, and you want to keep it to the bottom of your nose and keep it more feminine to like the very tip, and go down. We know how to do this, we've done this a million times already. Red lips, black line around it, dots in there. I also went back in with white, and above this line I created, I did another white line following it to break it up. You look on both sides, you can see that. And I also went back in and I added some white flicks, but mine got a little watery and dripped, so it's kind of smudgy, but it's gonna be fine. So add like 3 or 4 little white wisps up there, just for texture. And then of course do your whole neck brown down to your collar, because you don't want to see human neck, that would suck. And that is your Siamese cat. Mine looks a little better from farther away. Don't forget to powder it so you won't sweat off. Looks really cool, and it'll look cool with your little wig too. Siamese Cat signing out.